August 21st.
All right. Where did you go to boot camp?
Parasite.
The real boot camp.
The real boot camp, Parasite.
Not that Hollywood Marine stuff. All right. So what unit were you with?
Romeo 510.
Romeo Battery, Fair to Rhino, hoorah. All right. So let's tell us a little couple of stories that you might have that you're not too ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? While you was in the Marine Corps, like give us some happy stories that you might have had. Even though I might have been close to vicinity of them, some of them, but still.
You should tell me what you even had. But
All right. So
Marine Corps is a blur for me, man.
how come?
Um, After my time being in the Marine Corps, it's a blur. I remember half that crap.
You seriously?
Yeah,
You remember Okinawa?
some of it.
Some of it?
Some of it. I mean, uh, Okinawa, there's nothing that I really remember. I told you, ever since when I got hit in the head, I don't remember half of the crap from being in the Marine Corps.
Damn. So how's that been like for you that some of the stuff you don't remember is gone? Like how does that feel?
It's hard. It's a struggle. I mean, you hear people talk about stuff that they experienced with me, and I don't remember it.
Yeah.
It's a struggle. Sometimes I don't remember half the stuff I say, half the stuff that I've done, and they be like, "Hey, you remember me telling you this?" I'm like, when did you tell me that? Or when did I do this? So I have to write stuff down to
Like
remember stuff.
like I did this on this date.
Right. If I share my phone, I'm telling you, I'm not joking.
So
So
you
I
don't
still have like little memory stuff.
so you don't remember us going on Gate 2 Street. We got mad drunk and we just started walking around slapping Filipino women booties.
No.
Because we didn't do that.
Wow.
But that's a story. Oh, do you remember the war? Do you
I
remember
remember
that?
some of the war. I remember when we took I don't know if it was incoming fire and the day that freaking day went to dark
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the sandstorm?
sandstorm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy because there's things that I don't remember, and there's things that I do remember. Um,
I remember when we crossed from Kuwait into Iraq.
yeah.
When the freaking what do you call it? The borderline, whatever,
Yeah.
and then they send us in. Yeah.
You remember when we crossed the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
that's
was almost shit my damn self when they said the tank went over. Then when we actually we stopped
hmm
and then we actually was able to look and see where we was at
hmm
and the little man-made bridge they had with them
I know you're talking about, yeah.
that little thing that opened up and we crossed over
Yes.
and how big it was.
It
The
was
truck tire was no bigger than the freaking bridge.
correct.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I remember.
Yeah, that was kind of scary,
Yeah,
crossing over those things.
yeah. And the truck was no bigger than that crap. The tires were no bigger than that crap.
Do you remember Saddam's palace?
Yeah, that I remember sitting in college.
All
I
right.
remember my damn AK they took from me. They was gonna bring that freaking AK back. I remember that shit.
I took a golden shower head. Like,
Yeah, I remember
man,
that.
I should know what we should have took was some money, man.
Yeah, no, I remember taking some money.
Yeah,
Not the American money,
the
but the
dineros,
Iraqi
yeah,
money. Yeah.
dinars or whatever they want to call them.
Remember phoning in all that freaking American money and then damn fucking lieutenant took that shit. And I guarantee you they took some of that shit for themselves.
Thank you, thank you. Acting like they
Now we're
honest.
talking about it. Now I
Yeah,
can remember some of it.
they acting like they honest. Aid.
Yeah, no, they fucking took some of it.
They took some of it. All right. So now you say you had like an experience in the Marine Corps that a lot of Black Marines, and then let's go to the other branches: Black soldiers, Black airmen, Coast Guardmen, um, what else? Sailors. and now the spacemen or guardians, whatever you want to call themselves, is going to go through. What's one of your experience or racist moments, or a couple of racist moments, do you remember in the Marine Corps?
When I didn't get my promotion, that shit heated me. When they had my promotion, I did everything I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I did all my MCIs, all before everybody, all before any other, before anyone else showed up in the like everybody that came after me. I mean, never failed a PFT, two expert award marksmanship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't over my weight limit. It wasn't over. I won't say I was not gonna say I wasn't over my weight limit, but I
Yeah.
never failed PFT. Never. I mean, I was never a perfect runner.
Yeah.
I didn't have the run time that they wanted me to have, and they had my promotion to corporal for at least 2 years and never promoted me. And I found out on the way out the military that they had my promotion to corporal sitting at DPAT and checking out. They called me Corporal Houston. I'm like, what you mean Corporal Houston?
Yeah.
They're like, man, you supposed to be promoted over 2 years ago. Am I getting paid for, bro? Yeah. All right. I said, well, I ain't worrying about it.
Yeah. You
So, but to be honest, my NCOs, when I say NCOs, I'm talking about staff NCOs,
Mm-hmm.
shit, stuff like that. My staff sergeant didn't say nothing to me. And if they had at least said something to me, that would give me the motivation to, do a little better. Because I wasn't motivated.
So, being that we have very few black Marines in a unit, you can count two handful at most. Do you think that it was about self-preservation, that he did know, and it was just about self-preservation because of what might happen if he had disclosed that to you?
I think it's because of him. He didn't want to get himself in anything.
Yeah.
It wasn't because of him not wanting to tell me. It's because of he want to keep him. He wanted to. He didn't say anything to me. He didn't care about me. Put it that way.
Okay.
Because everybody else got their promotion. Because there was other boys there that was getting promoted that didn't meet the qualification
Mm-hmm.
and they weren't black, but they got the promotion.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about guns or communications or
Yeah.
you know any other. I'm talking about in motor T,
So, what was your MOS in the Marines?
motor transportation.
Motor T, motor transportation. That means he was a truck driver, guys. He was a
He was
professional driver. No,
yeah,
you. We're talking about you. I'm just giving a scenario that you, because like when I'm narrating as we're talking, so they can understand. Like some people who aren't veterans, if they came across this, they can understand motor T is transportation, that you was a professional driver before. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So now, so the motor T NCO or staff NCO?
staffing.
Okay, so let's be clear. Um, he did not disclose to you because you felt like he didn't care about you in that situation.
I felt
You felt like he didn't care about you.
like
Now, if we
well,
were to,
if he knew, I don't know, but I
yeah,
guarantee you that first sergeant knew.
so let's get to that part. Do you think there was any angst against you by our, and just disclosing, Kevin and I was in the same unit, if you don't know us. By how, the Jamaican Pato was going to come out. By our higher ups, do you believe that there was any angst?
If there were anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was never shown toward me. I put it this way. To me, it make it seem like people was afraid of me, and
Mm-hmm.
they never tell me or they never show it to me. But it seemed like they were afraid of me. It was never shown to me. Under while I was in Iraq,
Mm-hmm.
it was said. It was said to me when I was getting out, it was proven to me.
Okay.
Those are only two times I knew of it.
Okay.
Okay, in Iraq, I heard it when the first sergeant said, there, "There's no way that no black boy is gonna get a Purple Heart before I do." That's when I took shrapnel from the truck to my head,
Okay. Shit. That's tough.
and that is when when the doc came over to check me out
Hmm.
on and he gun line back to over to the FTC tent,
Okay.
and like I said, and that was the only time I could have remember anything because I don't remember who reminded me that I got hit in the head, and then that's when I started asking questions. Do you remember when I got hit in the head? Do you remember? And then when I got to you, you say like, "Oh yeah,"
Yeah, I remember. Yes.
and then I got to Hall, and I was like, "Oh yeah,"
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn, it must be true then." And
Yeah.
then I started to remember the doctor. I'm like, "Oh shoot, yeah, I remember when the guy said, ain't a black boy getting no Purple Heart before me."
So
You know,
Doc Evans.
Evans,
Evans,
right?
you got you. I need to talk to him. I didn't see him or talk to him in years. So Doc Evans basically confirmed, and ladies and gentlemen, Doc Evans is a corpsman. He's not an actual doctor. He's a field nurse, basically, or EMT. EMT is the equivalent. So when Doc Evans confirmed, because I know you called me and asked me about the injury, and I recalled it was a nighttime that this thing occurred. Um, how do you how do you cope with that? Because there's things that once again that I've forgotten because I was in a Hulk rage with the world, and I'm still there, but I'm coming down. So how do you cope with that when it comes to your children and your family life?
It took me a long, long time to get to where I'm at right now. Coping was coping. I'm still coping, put it that way.
Hmm.
It was bad for me before. I was always angry. I was always pissed. I was always agitated. I couldn't sleep. Still can't sleep. Gotta take medicine, go to sleep. Half the time I take medicine, I don't sleep. I
Hmm.
barely get 3 hours of sleep a night. I mean, you know, drinking, partying, partying. Um, I mean, I never do hard drugs, but smoking weed, I mean, you know,
Weed ain't no damn drug.
I was a bad alcoholic.
Yeah.
When a buddy of mine passed away, I stopped drinking back. We were drinking a freaking.
Was he in the Marines or no?
Yeah, it was Marine. It was a Marine. It was a, no Navy. Navy
Navy.
doc. Yeah,
Okay. And he passed away from heavy drinking.
heavy drinking and drugs,
Okay.
pills.
Okay.
You know,
My condolences.
yeah, you know, just it was in a toxic life.
Yeah.
Real, really bad toxic life.
Now, one of the things I remember, 14 years ago, we did a unit reunion, and you kind of played an instrumental part in us having a good time and everything. And I know I thanked you that night, but I thank you again. I was in a mental place where I was still hurting from a previous relationship. So I was just angry at the world then, on top of what I went through in the Marine Corps. Do you ever now? Do you recall that time? Like, do you recall that?
Yeah.
Like, how were you able to come to you handled being around a certain individual well?
Well, I'm not the person that's gonna go say anything to someone unless they have something to say to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, you should know me like that. I'm that type of person. I'm not gonna go to anyone to say something to them unless they have something to say to me. I'm
Okay.
not that type of person. You know, if they have something to say to me, then I'm gonna let them have it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna go to them and go, you didn't do this for me when I was in, and what's that gonna do for me now?
Yeah.
Nothing. When all I was going on, like I said, I didn't know what was going on until when I was getting out.
Yeah.
You know,
Now, you had a couple of your roommate situation. Do you remember that situation? Do you think that played a part into them looking at you a certain way, and then being Jamaican?
uh, being Jamaican just came to pop. You said something earlier. Like I said, maybe I was just a naive person.
Yeah.
I never thought being Jamaican would stop me from exceeding. You know,
In the Marine Corps, right?
right?
But
I
no,
thought
I wasn't
excelling.
using.
I never thought, never thought.
No, I wasn't using that. I was trying to set you up for this question. You had a couple of roommates that popped on the piss test.
Right.
And that's where the Jamaican part came in at.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
probably
like
thought
the
I was selling to
stigmatization
them.
that comes with us being Jamaican. And
Right.
so, do you think that played a part?
Looking back now, they probably did. But I never thought he would have. But it was tested. If they were testing everybody, I'm pretty sure I'm one of the person that was getting tested.
Yeah.
But when I was in, I mean, I wasn't doing no drugs. I wasn't smoking or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't doing none of that stuff. I was straight. I
Square.
was doing what I was supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
And the most I ever did was those pills I buy from the drugstore,
Yes.
from GNC, from CVS.
Yes.
Starving myself to freaking meet weight.
Yes.
That's about it. Going to the gym.
So, how was life for you growing up in New York and transitioning to the Marine Corps, and now you're settled into Carolina without disclosing?
Life wasn't easy for me growing up at all.
Mm-hmm.
From Jamaica to New York, I had to be on my own. And when I
Mm-hmm.
said be on my own, I had to bring me and my brother up. I didn't grow up with a freaking mom.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know a mom. Didn't have a mom figure.
Mm-hmm.
Grew up with great grandma, grandmother, freaking aunts, uncles. Moved from house to house. Came to the state. Had to raise my brother, my sister.
Mm-hmm.
I had to raise them, go to school. Protecting my brother, my sisters. You know, fighting for them, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So life wasn't easy. I'd have been for ourselves.
Correct.
Got older, working till I'm 21. Help provide for the house. Um, you know, so not joining the military service till 21. To graduate high school, got my diploma.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to go be an architect. So I'm gonna go to school. Had the grades. Did some stupid things staying in high school for a girl because I graduated high school at 17.
Yeah.
To stay later for a girl because I wanted to go be with her, and said well to join the service at 21 and then go back to New York, go to college with that money, go be an architect. My butt stupidly met some girl and stayed here stayed
Mm-hmm.
in North Carolina. Didn't go back to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Leave my life there, saying but I'm here in North Carolina since 2000, 2022. So what, 23 years? I mean, I don't have no regret.
You came to the unit after we came back from Japan
Mm-hmm.
in
In 2001.
2001. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you came. So we about the same age then. You just came in later. I came
Mm-hmm.
in right after high school. All right. So with a lot of people don't realize that two things: immigrants, we have it tougher than American born, and then as a Marine of color, we have it tougher. And I'm gonna say it again: life throws us lemons, and we find a way to make lemonade. Like you say, you had it tough growing up, and did you feel like the Marine Corps instilled more into you in boot camp and just in your career, or was it life before the Marine Corps? Remember, a key word is more.
More
Like,
into
yeah, like did it give you more direction, more push, more belief in self? Um, opportunities, like than growing, like if you did the civilian world thing and never joined the Corps? Do you think it has get opened some doors for you?
I did the civilian world with the Marine Corps. I would have done better. I believe the Marine Corps. Only thing I experienced is mental issues.
Hmm.
I wouldn't if it, I wouldn't expect any of my kids to join the military, especially the Marines. I wouldn't want none of my kids to be doing any of that. Honestly, I believe I would have done better if I didn't join the Marine Corps. And I didn't have to join the Marine Corps to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I could have just went to school. If I had just went and just took my ACT exam like I was supposed to. But the thing is, I didn't have the instruction and the stability or what is it? I didn't have the parenthood like my kids have now
Hmm.
that I give them when I was a kid.
Okay.
And if you understand what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
I the parenting I give my kids, I didn't get that from my dad. No, maybe my dad didn't know how to give it to me because of how he was raised.
Okay.
I didn't have that from my dad.
So without, I don't want to put, I never want to put words in anybody's mouth. Because I want to take a journal, but we've known each other for years, so I want to take the most journalistic approach to this question. So I want to ask you again: did you learn anything from the Marine Corps? Did it teach you anything?
I would think real hard about that, but
Like, what did boot camp teach you?
I can't tell you anything that we can teach me.
Okay,
I
because
can't tell you anything that we
injury,
can teach
injury,
me.
injury. All right. I feel like for me, I'm not answering for you. I feel like for me, it gave me guidance and the discipline I needed because that was something that was lacked on my end. I'm gonna switch off camera. We're gonna go to this one. That was something that was lacked on my end. Um, but in the long run, it taught me things that was absent in my life because I didn't, like you, I didn't grow up with my father right there. He was there for a short spell and gone for other reasons. This interview ain't about me.
Mm-hmm.
But for that question, the reason why I'm asking is like there's things that we all took from it. We all took from it. So I just want to make sure that be clear. Did you get anything from it that you can recall? All right. So to be clear, what did you? Okay. To be clear, who were you before? Like, were you already disciplined before you got to the Marine Corps?
Um, I've never. I've always been a okay kid. I don't run. I didn't run the street. I go to school when I'm supposed to go to school. I get good grades in school. I graduated in my school. They call it a Regent diploma. I graduated with a Regent diploma. It's a top diploma of the school,
Okay.
and I graduated with a Regent diploma. Um, I didn't go to college because I was plain stupid behind females, and I stayed back and I worked until I was 21. Didn't want to join the Marine Corps until after I was 21.
Uh,
So,
so what drove that decision?
because I was an immigrant and I said I wasn't going to go fight for a country that I wasn't a citizen for until at least I was able to buy a beer and be able to drink. And you could join the service and not be a citizen. And I was like, I'm not joining until I'm 21. You know, but earlier you asked about what did I get from the Marine Corps?
Yeah.
You know, like you explained it. I could get into a bit more detail about it. You know, yeah, I do have friends. I I have met quite a few good friends from the Marine Corps. You know, that I do keep in touch with still. You know, I've been to several different places. You know, overseas. Um, you learn different things about different people because of all the new people that you met toward the 4 years I was in. You know, I was talking about like where my dad didn't knew how to explain to me, say, hey, this is what you need to do to make yourself better, and how you need to do this to get to college. I figure I could link that in with because of me being in the Marine Corps, and I was able to be able to tell my kids this is what you need to do in school, and this is what's going to happen. Get good grades, pay attention, take your SAT or your ACT. When you do that, you will be able to go to college. And because I serve it in the military, they are able to get a scholarship to go to college. So that should be, something
Say
that's
that's
good
something
as
that's
well.
applaudable. That's something that's
All right,
applaudable, right?
that's something
And
that's applaudable.
yes, now because you took that experience, your own experience on how not to, you was able to parlay that into your kids.
Right.
And now, for example, you said how many of them got full rides? How many
So
kids
for
you got?
two, got three kids, two older girls. They both go to. One is in A&T in
Greensboro.
Greensboro,
Hmm.
and the other one is in UNCG Greensboro.
Okay.
So oldest one, she got a year left. The youngest got 3 years left.
Okay.
And my youngest son, he's here, only 9 years old. So,
Okay. Now, with that being said, so they all got full rides, and you're a very proud father. Um, what's next? What's next for you? What's the next chapter?
next chapter is well, me and my wife gonna buy a RV and we're gonna travel and eat. That's it.
Okay,
And my son,
and your son.
and my son.
All right, whether you
That's
like
it.
it or not.
Whether you like it or not, we'll school him on the road.
All right. All right. All right. So, anything you want to say to any devil dogs out there that might feel like this could help them in any kind of way?
Um,
Or not even just any
push.
service member.
I mean, be more proactive in yourself. Uh, don't don't sit around and wait on your NCO or your staff NCO to say, "Hey, you're gonna get promoted next month." Be more proactive in yourself. Go find out for yourself. Do your MCIs. Uh, do what you need that you know you need to do, and ask questions. Don't wait like me, thinking that your NCO is gonna take care of you. You
And,
know,
and what about fellow veterans who might be suffering from a TBI, traumatic brain injury? Um,
don't wait around, don't wait around. Uh, Stay on top of your stuff. If you get denied, just keep going, keep going over and over. Ask the VA for help. There is a lot of people that will help you. You will see them on Facebook.
hmm
You will see them. You will see them on. You can. I can't remember the other place. If you just keep filing intent, if you keep failing it, just file intent and just keep calling the VA, asking for appointments. just keep going to the doctor,
And
and um, keep your records.
and what about the new veterans? Really, that's the new veterans, the ones who's getting out, transitioning from the military to civilian life. What kind of words of wisdom would you like to pass on to them outside of the VA, just in life?
If you're getting out the military, file everything that's wrong with you.
Brethren, we said outside of the
No.
VA.
I want to
Outside
tell
of
you
the VA,
first.
brethren.
I want to tell you first. Before if you get out the military, file everything that's wrong with you. If you got a broken toenail, broken chip tooth, file it first. File it. File it. File it. Outside the VA, if you need help, get the help. Don't be afraid of asking for the help. If you need help, get the help. Especially when it comes to mental health.
All right.
Ask for it. Don't be afraid. There's plenty of numbers there. Don't deal with yourself. Ask for it.
1-800-827-1000. Everybody, call that line. The VA has a line where you can talk to a mental health expert. They have counseling services set up for you. That's the number that you can call. 1-800-827. I'll make sure I put it in there. And 827-1000. Um, Kevin, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to interview you. And I appreciate everything, the hospitality. Um, but that's it. And this is our story, right? All right. Tell them bye.
All right, y'all. Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.